Okay guys, welcome to my first deck profile. Today I'm profiling Dogmatika Melffys. So I just played this deck out in Gabriel Vargas's RDL weekly tournament, week number 8, and I went 7-1 in that tournament. And this deck turned out way better than I thought it would turn out, mostly because there's some tech in here that worked really well against combo specifically. So I'll go over that in the deck profile. But I gotta say, like, if you're looking for like just a kind of a fun rogue deck and you have the cards already, I wouldn't really recommend like going out and buying these cards because I don't really think it's that worth it. But if you just want to like play Melffys and just have fun, this is definitely a deck profile I recommend like trying out. So I'll just begin right away. So as you see here, like first off, your starting card, Rescue Cat. I'll be honest, I didn't really use Rescue Cat that much. You actually don't really use it that often in turn 1. You want to use it turn 2 or 3 ideally because you don't want to get hit by Ash or any hand traps. So you want to go turn 1. You want to play any cards that would try and bait out anything. Basically, if you get hit by Ash with Rescue Cat, your turn just ends. There's nothing you can do really after. But there are other cards you can resolve here that even if they get hit, there's a good chance that there are other cards in your hand are still going to be good. But good enough to recover for you. But basically, like, you want to try and not resolve Rescue Cat turn 1 if possible. But yeah, I'll show you the other cards. Okay, so the next set of monsters you want to play is Nimble Beaver. You're mostly... So, when I was building out this deck, I had a major concern over how many stunning cards the deck really had. So, while Rescue Cat is really strong, again, if you get hand trapped, it kind of just dies and you kind of just lose your turn. Nimble Beaver, I'll show you why in a little bit, but Nimble Beaver, even if you normal summon him, and he gets like impermed or veilered or whatever, or even ashed, it doesn't end your turn, and there's a lot of ways you can still come back from it after. But yeah, he's just a really great card. Great way to get like 2 monsters on the field. Honestly, the deck needed like another way to open, so I really like this card. Next, we are playing the Dogmatic Engine, so we play triple Ecclesia. And the reason why you want to do triple is for this deck profile, I maximized the amount of cards, amount of opening cards you can have in the deck, and I also tried to have like an equal ratio of hand traps. That way, that when you have your opening hand, and you draw 5. You have an equal chance of getting both a hand trap and an opening card. So if you go first or second, you should be good. So that's why it's important to get like 3 Ecclesia in a deck. And also, yeah, really important fact is the fact that it special summons if there's an extra deck monster on the field. Sometimes it's just the fact that it's an extender really attributes a lot, like, really well with the deck. Next, we are playing the one for the leads, the search. The negate effect happens sometimes, but I'll be honest, there were games where like you can get fleur-de-lis. You can get Ecclesia with the punishment, but sometimes you can just can't get the fleur-de-lis because you have to. A lot of times you have to send the Ash Dragon to get this. You're never really using Ecclesia to like, search this off, but sometimes it's really good. And the fact that it's special summons is actually really important with the deck. It actually really helps with the deck. Okay. Next is the Melffy package. So we have 2 Melffy. We only play Caddy and Puppy because these are the most impactful and really the only cards that like tribute to any like real disruption. The only one debatably is Foxy, but the Fennekin one, sorry, which I didn't really like that much because just special summons from the hand. And the only other Melffy card I debated was the Pony, which recurs back. So if you don't know what they do, they just special summon themselves during the end phase. If your opponent normal special summons or attacks it, they bounce back to hand. And Puppy, if he bounces back to hand, special summons a beast from deck onto the field. And Caddy will add a beast to hand. Again, it's not bad if you open up these cards, but it's actually better that you search off these cards most of the time, and they're in your deck. And most of the time, you're not even going to resolve Puppy or a Caddy like a lot of times. You're going to like basically use their effect like 2 or 3 times during a match. So I didn't really want to run 3 of each. So I really just wanted enough so that like if I drew it, it's not brick. It doesn't brick my other cards as searches for beasts because you really want like enough beasts in the deck so that your obedience schools and your like rescue cats resolve. So yeah, 2 of each is ideal. Next to 2 Calantosa. This is the best summon off of Puppy, obviously. Special summon, pop a card. There's a tech I put in here that I'll show in just a bit. But yeah, really great. Run 2, just in case you draw. Sucks. Then you play Ronin Squadron. You add this off a caddy, so you can go into your Herald plays. You can also use it to go with Desert Locust, and the fact that it's a tutor means that you can go into Hacking Fireworks too. Same thing with Alphron, really good. Effective Special Summon from Grave is like really great. The fact that you can discard and the Special Summon Calantosa pop. I didn't really use that effect too much, but it's great to have this another tutor available in the deck. Okay, so for this deck, so like I said, I want to have an equal ratio between opening cards and hand traps in the deck. So what I did was I actually played like a lot of hand traps. So I have 3 Ogre, I have 3 Effect Veiler, I have 3 DD Crow, and then I have 3 Nibiru. The reason why I'm not playing Ash is because I just don't have Ash Blossom. If I had Ash Blossom, I would debatably take out DD Crow or Ogre, though. I gotta say, DD Crow came in so much during the tournament that I was playing in. I would DD Crow like Missile and Stanius when I was fighting dinosaurs. When I was facing dragons, I would DD Crow sometimes their Tracer or like other monsters in Grave. Yeah, this came in so much in the tournament. I'm really glad how this performed. Ogre was really great during the dinosaur matchup. So. And this pretty much allowed me to win games with some combo decks like the Dragon Links and the Infernobles. Again, so if you think there's too many hand traps, you want to cut it out, I would highly just recommend. Okay, you need Effect Veiler at minimum, and take in consideration that a lot of times you want to have monsters that you want to be able to normal summon a lot of times, and also if the hand trap is a tuner, that's also a plus. That's why I was debatably taking out this for Ash Blossom. And that's why also I didn't put in Gamma, because although it is a really strong hand trap, the fact is that this is a control type of deck and you will have monsters on the field. So you really want to have hand traps that can resolve, and on the top of that, you also want monsters constant that you can summon each turn so you can recover. So yeah. The only exception to that being Nibiru, but Nibiru can, like, when it resolves, literally can just win you the game. Okay. Next, summon my tech card. So, this is the tech card. So, I'm playing Artifact Scythe. You're able to special summon this using a monster in the extra deck, which I'll show a bit. But, Artifact Scythe is amazing. I don't know how many times, like, I faced against Dragon and... What was it? I faced a Dragon, Infernoble, and just the fact that I can special summon this on their turn... pretty much just allowed me to win most of the games. Obviously, it's really strong. And even then, even if you draw it, you can just set it, and then thus, when you go into your puppy play, right? So your opponent summons a monster, okay, you chain puppy, summon back to hand, and then you just play Calantosa effect, pop, Scythe effect. Like, that's actually really amazing. Scythe single-handedly was like the best tech card in my deck, and it allowed me to win a lot of my decks against a lot of my matches between Dragon Link and Hero. Next, we are playing the Ronin Engine, so you have to play the Red Eyes and the Dark Magician. Next, triple Ninja Servant. You want to maximize on as many opening cards as possible. This is like one of the best opening cards. So Ninja Servant. Obviously, triple Obedience Schooled. Just resolving this means that you at least have some play on the turn. Really great card. It kind of sucks if you open it up like turn 2 or 3, but you should be, if you're surviving 2 or 3, you're ideally in a situation where you can recover back with other cards in your hand or on the field. But yeah. Next, Red Eyes Fusion. Again, we're playing Dragoon, so we need to play the 1-0. And we're playing the Melffy Hide and Seek. This is just to... There will be situations where you draw both the caddy and the puppy into hand. So you just want to search a Melffy card, and Hide and Seek is great. You can recur back your stuff. So if there's a bit of a grind game, you can put back your beast. Also, the free draw is great. And the protection effect is actually pretty decent too. Next, we're playing 2 Dogmatic Punishment for traps. Just for the Ecclesia. And then final hand traps. 3 permanents. So if you look at the count of the deck, we had 15 hand traps in total. Plus, we technically also have 15 opening cards, which is like Obedient School, the Nadirs, Ecclesia, Nimble Beaver, and Rescue Cat. So 15 each. The total deck is 46. So I'm actually really happy with the ratios. I would like if there was more opening cards for Melffy if possible, but I couldn't really find any that was like even halfway decent. Nimble Beaver was like the only other alternative to Rescue Cat that I could find that was pretty good. But yeah, that's the main deck. We'll go into the extra deck. So first off, we have double Entis. Obviously, we need this for the punishment. This comes up a lot. Next, we have the Ash Dragon. Another option to send off for the Ninja Servant, obviously. We have the Dragoon, because we're playing Dragoon. Dragoon was really, really strong in the deck. I was debating to cut this out because I wanted to lower the amount of garnets in the deck. And I'll be honest, on my last match on the final rounds of Swiss, I did draw into Dark Magician and Red Eyes, which did lose me the game. But this card overall saved me more games, so this is really strong. So yeah, obviously play it. Herald of the Arclights. Again, you hop your squadron with another Melffy card or a Countessa, Herald. If you have Ecclesia on board, which is level 4, and you have Hop Your Squadron, you can make Desert Locust effect to make them discard a card, and then if you have another level 2, you can synchro into Omega, and then Omega effect to loop another card in your hand, so that's 2 loops. I'll be honest, I didn't really use that too often. I didn't even really go into Desert Locust that often, because a lot of times when you have just 2 monsters on the field, you can just go into Dragoon, which is arguably like a lot stronger, or I just go into Axis Code Talker, and this combo didn't happen a lot, so I'm debating to like take this out, because I didn't really use this a lot in the tournament, but the theory is there, that's good. Okay, next we have 3 cards. So one is the Melffy of the Forest. I only really need to use one because I kind of only use the effect once anyways. Because you're only playing 2 Melffys of each, and then you have the one hide and seek. There's not a lot to search off of, so having one is okay. I never really got to use the effect where it negates something on the field, because a lot of times it just counts to pop something. That was far more impactful. I wish this triggered when a Melffy card activated. This would have been a lot better. Mannequin Cat is the best. Okay, so this card single-handedly won me like so many games during the tournament. So I would open. So usually when I was first testing out the deck, I opened up with Melffy of the Forest, but now I just open up with Mannequin Cat. Thus, if you're playing against Dragon Link, right? Just like a very basic example. Let's say I go into Link Cross. Link Cross is a light type, so you use Mannequin effect to special summon a light from your deck. You summon Scythe. Ends their turn. Really strong. Really strong. I really love this. This card single-handedly won me games. It even lets you summon Ecclesia off a deck, so you can get Ecclesia and then you can get Fleur de Lis if you can't get Scythe. Next is Ronin Squadron. I went into this guy once. The idea was because I took out... I was testing out with Ice Dragon's Prisms, but I took them out. And I wanted some out to Dragoon if I could, so this was the idea. I did go in this guy once. I think I outed a Union Hanger with this. Funny enough, just to get a 2K body on board, because these guys were engraved. But overall, it's an okay card. I'm not sure if I would still run this, honestly, but the theory is that it helps take care of Dragoon, because you don't really have Ice Dragon's Prism to take out the Dragoon. So finally, the Link monsters. We are playing 1 Almirage. Oh yeah, just to quickly explain, I was talking about how Nimble Beaver is arguably better resolved. So if they do Nimble Beaver and negate, so you can't summon another Nimble Beaver, you can link into Almirage, and thus the fact that you link into Almirage means that you can still special summon cards like Ecclesia from hand. So you can just Almirage and then Ecclesia special summon. That didn't happen a lot during the tournament, but it has come a lot during testing and play. But yeah, really nice. Almirage, Ordana Counter for the Dragoon, Haki Fibrax, because it helps you get into Selene, which helps you get into Axis Code Talker, and those are your cards for the extra deck. Quickly talk about the side. So, first card, Chaos Hunter. I was playing cards in the deck that were I was trying to find cards that were like other targets for Mannequin Cat, because sometimes you're not gonna face, because if you're not facing a Dragon Link or anything like that, you want to stuff like dinosaurs was something I was fearing, which I did actually face in the tournament. Yeah, Chaos Hunter. A lot of times I wasn't summoning this off of Mannequin Fast effect. I actually just hard drew this and then special summoned it. It actually won me again a game against Infernoble because they couldn't summon Gear Freak because they couldn't banish Warrior type monster. So yeah, this is a great card. Spell Canceller. I thought I was gonna face Striker this tournament, so this is kind of what for Striker. This is for Striker. Some back row hate. Triple Cyclone, triple Twin Twister. All right. That was debating evenly, but honestly, these are fine for now. Triple anti-spell. This won me against dinosaurs because my opponent like drew like 4 hand spell cards, and then I just split the anti-spell, and they're like, oh, okay, well, turn over. Yeah. Oh, this also helped me against Dragon Link. So the fact that this starts off extenders is like the big point of the anti-spell. So anti-spell was really great side tech. Also Judgment, just like a generic stops, say no to something. And finally, Red Reboot. I didn't really face much back row decks, so Red Reboot never really came up. So yeah, that's the side and the main deck. Honestly, not a whole lot I would change. Maybe take out Desert Locust and Omega, possibly. Do some stuff with the side deck. Maybe do Lancia instead. I don't know. Overall, it was a really tight deck. I'll go over my matchups a little bit. In a tournament. So I faced against Trickstar Striker, I went 2-0. I went against Dragon Link BA, went 2-1. I faced against 2 more Dragon Links, just regular Dragon Links. I went 2-0 and then 2-1. I faced against Dinosaurs, I went 2-1. Infernoble Hero, I went 2-0. I faced against another Dragon. I faced against one of the guys I faced before in Dragon Link. It was 2-0. And then Dinosaurs, I lost 0-2. So I went 7-1. I got second place in the tournament. But yeah, it does really well against... It does pretty well against combo. Against controls, it's kind of like even. And then, unfortunately, like Dinosaurs like hard counter this deck. Because there's not really a lot of plays you can do to stop it. And Miscellaneous Source like prevents you from interrupting on your turn. Because this deck... Again, this deck doesn't have negates. It just pops stuff a lot of times. But yeah, that's my deck profile. Let me know what you think. Just a little thing. During the live stream of the tournament, I was playing Mannequin Cat, and some guy suggesting to run Christia over Lancia. I'll just say that there might be other targets. I didn't run like anything like Barrier Statue or Christia or anything because I didn't want to like lock myself out. I just put Lancia as just a quick, just like stop your opponent from doing something. And also the fact that like if you draw Lancia, it actually isn't really a brick because you can still technically activate it. But yeah, that's my deck profile. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you think, and see you guys later.